What's up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Welcome to the Underdog Talk. Something about the Underdog. Today, we have Mike Tyson Jr. on the Underdog Talk. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a picture of Ryan with the Mike Tyson tat on him. That's why I called him Mike Tyson Jr. Just a little context. But before we get into this interview, I have to give this man a proper Underdog Talk introduction. Hailing from Buffalo, New York, go Bills ? This guest is best known for supporting a balanced lifestyle, fighting against eating disorders, body image issues, and harmful trends. This guest is a certified personal trainer, and finally, a man with 500,000 TikTok followers. And Ryan, before you get mad, I know you're a YouTuber, not a TikToker, but I am proud and honored to present Mike Tyson Jr., Ryan Schmidle. What is up, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for the stellar intro. You killed it.
Thank you, man. And guys, I'm bad with names. So I was talking with Ryan before this. I was like, Ryan, I must be the stupidest person. How do I say your last name? So Ryan, I appreciate that, man. I'm bad with names, I guess, guys, but
yeah, it's all good. No, it's all good. Everyone calls me Schmidle. It's technically pronounced Schmidle, but we just kind of roll with it. It's cool.
I like it. Nice and easy. But before we get into this interview, I have to ask. So on Wednesday, June 1st, you ate 20,000 calories. And I want to say I could do it, but I don't think I can do it. What was that like, man?
First of all, it was awful just based on my food choice. I had all the meals planned out and everything, all the calories planned out beforehand, and then I was just going to Costco to get my normal groceries. I was like, oh, I can probably just get everything from here. So it's like, oh, 5-pound cheesecake, I can do that. It was awful. It tasted disgusting. I just got so much bread, so many sweets. It was really bad. But I ended up miscounting the calories as well. I did 23,000 instead of 20, but whatever. We got it done. Gained 18 pounds.
You went over, but you still got it done. And Ryan, I got to ask again before we get into this interview. So you're really not a Nutella guy?
That was my first time trying Nutella, and I'm never having Nutella again.
Bro, what the fuck? Really? Oh.
I was debating whether or not to get normal peanut butter or Nutella, but I saw this first and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just grab that. We're gonna try it, throw it in the video. It was not good.
Bruh, Nutella is gas. Come on, Ryan. But I want to start.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
I want to start from the beginning. You went to Florida Gulf Coast to study pre-med, which means I guess you're pretty smart or were pretty smart. While working at Starbucks on the side. Ryan, real quick, what's your favorite
Target?
What's your favorite Starbucks drink?
Caramel fraps. Never worked there. I worked at Target though.
Really?
Yeah. There's a Starbucks in the Target, so you're close.
Right, so never mind. Scratch that question. I'm a rainbow kind of guy. I just gotta say that rainbow drink kind of guy. But all right, Target on the side with working, as a pre-med student. So I don't know where the Starbucks came in. I thought you worked at Starbucks. Maybe I'm just imagining coffee right now.
No, I never even had Starbucks until. Yeah, I just had Starbucks for the first time a month ago too, so definitely not.
All right. Well, we'll say it for right now. So one day on Instagram, you find a fitness program. You start this program and the results start coming. So first off, what fitness program was this that really got you into fitness? And then second, did you have an experience with fitness before this?
Yeah, so it wasn't necessarily like a specific workout program or anything that got me in. It was more so I was playing a high level of soccer here in the States, and I had a hip injury, tore my labrum, femoral anterior impingement, so they had to actually go in and shave part of my femur down, repair the labrum, couldn't walk for 3 months. Full recovery was 8 months, and then after that, I had to have another surgery to remove a sports hernia where they just basically went in, cut a few nerves in my leg, and then put a piece of mesh in, and that was another 4-month recovery. So it's pretty much out of commission for a year. So no soccer for a year, lost all my scholarships and everything. So I was about to make my like comeback seasons, if you want to call it that, in the right before quarantine. And my first game back was December of 2020. And then obviously quarantine was right after that. So it was just kind of like I can play soccer in college, but also I was taking college credits during that off year anyways. So I kind of realized that I only needed to do 1 year of college, but very aggressive to complete all the credits necessary to then go on to grad school. So I did go to school down in Florida Gulf Coast University, completed my freshman year as a pre-med student in the honors college, taking as many credits as possible. And then I was going to plan on taking or finishing and going to grad school over in Fort Lauderdale. But I kind of started social media. And at that point, I was making enough money to where I could live off of the social media money. And I was like, shit, I'm just going to go out to LA. I'm going to take the chance. School's not going anywhere. Social media is only a once in a lifetime chance. You don't really get that back. If it doesn't work out, it's whatever. I'm going to go back to school and just go back to plan A. So obviously I took that chance and here we are now.
And I mean, take that chance you did, Ryan. You start building a social media following, and fast forward, you're one of the most successful, social media influencers in the game. So 2 questions for you. What is your biggest tip for someone who is just starting their fitness journey? And then to add on to that, what is your biggest tip for someone looking to become a fitness influencer?
Yeah, so for the fitness journey, it's really just finding some form of fitness that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be bodybuilding, powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting. It doesn't necessarily have to be one of those. Just something that gets you exercising every single day. It could be walking, it could be jumping rope. I've been through all single one of those steps. I've done boxing, I've done jujitsu, pretty much every form of exercise you can imagine. I've done it just because you go through waves of what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. So find something that you like and just kind of stick with that for as long as possible. And then if you don't find enjoyment in that, then it's just time to transition into something else. And then for creating content on social media, if you're working out, if you're doing some sort of, and you think that you want to make this your living and your main job, you have to create a stupid amount of content. I would recommend starting on TikTok just because the algorithm is the best for exposure. You get one video to go viral and that's a lot of eyes on you. It's way easier to go viral on there versus like Instagram Reels, YouTube, Facebook, something like that. Just the exposure opportunity on TikTok's insane. So 3 to 5 times every single day posting minimum. After that, you make that transition onto Instagram, YouTube, automatically reposting all your stuff into Facebook, into your TikToks, into YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, pretty much maximizing your content in every way possible. And the more you gain a following on one platform, the more you're going to that into your other platforms as well. So it's really just kind of putting all your content out there and seeing what hits. And obviously, the more you make content, the more you're going to see what content does well. You're going to make better content because you're learning from your past mistakes. You're learning the algorithms a lot better. So it's really just trial and error and just staying consistent with it. Literally anybody can do social media. It's just being disciplined enough to stick through with it all the time because views are going to be down at some point. My views right now are awful. Like most of TikTok's views right now are down, but I know it's just like one of those waves and it's just an opportunity to go harder on another platform. That's why I'm posting 3 videos a week on YouTube. And I'm having a lot of fun with that because that's where I get to really show like who I am as a person. It's not just these like 10, 15 second videos on TikTok.
And I think to add on to that, one thing I've learned from all these people coming on is to be yourself. Being a fitness influencer is a representation of yourself. So don't be someone you're not. I love that message you gave. And yeah, the consistency part, you get one big TikTok and you're the overnight sensation. I mean, I had a 3 million view TikTok with Noel Dazel. And the next thing I know, he's on my podcast and I'm showing him it. So, if you keep that consistency, do not give up. That algorithm will favor you eventually. And Ryan, stay in there, man. I think you got the content. So once that algorithm sees it, oh, bro, you'll be going places, my guy. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like I know I'm gonna succeed in this shit, and anybody can do it too. If you believe in yourself, you can literally do anything you want. It's just staying disciplined and staying consistent with everything.
Fuck yeah. And I mean, where do you see yourself down the line? What's next for you?
In terms of like the next year, I'm gonna have my own place. My lease right now in Los Angeles is up in November. I'm gonna decide whether or not I want to extend that like 3 to 6 months. Spend a little bit more time here. It really depends on what I'm at with the brands I'm working at, what my YouTube's looking like, if it would be beneficial to stay here in terms of collaborating and making content for that. And if it's not necessary to be here, then I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to move back to Florida, because living in Florida versus LA, so much better down there. Just the quality of life is so much better. Just people, not people trying to use you or just suck everything they can out of you. The quality of life in general is so much better outside of LA. So that's within the next year at least.
And do you see any future brands that you want to work with? Obviously, you left Raw Gear. Is there any other options out there right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at a few different options. I'm not going to make anything public yet, but July 1st, I should be making a clothing announcement. And then pretty soon after that, a supplement company announcement as well. I'm just trying a few different companies out right now. I've worked with companies in the past in terms of supplements where they have really good products in the way that they make you feel and the labeling and everything. But you find out later on that there's a banned substance or something in there, they get recalled. So the next supplement company I work with, it's going to be like the only supplement company I work with long term. I'm going to make sure everything's super clean. They're well known in the industry, that I don't really have to worry about any red flags popping up. Just a very well run business, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. I'm not trying to just sell some product to my following, just make a quick buck. I want them to be safe. I want them to do the fitness thing, have it be enjoyable and sustainable for life, because anybody can just take a pre-workout, get a certain effect, get is damaging health. And what's that make me as a creator? That's
yeah, Ryan, do you hear me?
Did I cut out there at the end of that?
Yeah, you did. It's been a little cutty, but no, I definitely agree. I think it's important to represent a brand that you believe in, because you are, an inspiration, and so many people look up to you. So if you're, representing something, most people eventually will do what you do. So representing a brand that does have clean ingredients is a good company over, not just in terms of the products they put, but the people behind it. And I love how open and honest with you are with that, because a lot of people just sign to these big name companies, sometimes without even trying their fucking products, just because they're a big name. So going to a company that may not be the biggest name, but has a good quality and a good people, we're all for that here. So Ryan, I want to go back into that fitness aspect for you. What has been when did you know that you made it in terms of the fitness industry?
I still wouldn't even say I've made it. Like, obviously I'm doing pretty well for myself. I just turned 21, living out in Los Angeles. I'm a kid from New York, technically didn't finish college. So I'm still just kind of like an outcast of the family, if you want to look at that, just because my family like went through college, all that. I'm doing something non-traditional, but I wouldn't say I've made it necessarily. I'd only say I've made it when my kids' financial security in the future is made, and I'm a long way from that. But yeah, I don't consider myself there yet. I'm definitely happy with where I'm at and what I've been able to accomplish in just a short period of time. But I know I'm just scratching the surface too, because with the recent stuff on YouTube and the feedback I'm getting from that, and stuff I'm doing with men's mental health and the impact I'm having on people's lives, that's the stuff that I really want to venture down further to really make an impact. And if I can just expand that, then that's going to give me more of that sense of feeling of like, okay, yeah, like I'm really having an impact.
And I think you'll know you made it when you own a Starbucks. I know you never worked there, but once you own a Starbucks, that will be when you made it. So yeah, I mean, you being such a open book in terms of the mental health and stuff, was there a specific reason that you are an advocate for this stuff?
Not really. I mean, I've never really had any problems with mental health myself. I've been through, from the outside looking in, what a lot of people would say, some in very challenging times that most people don't go through. But I've just always kind of seen life as stuff's going to happen to you. You're going to do stuff, whatever happens, you just kind of roll with it and focus on what's ahead, not past. So personally, I haven't really experienced any events. A lot of people get in the gym to better their mental health and to do something that's going to bring them out of that darkness in their life. So that's kind of why I'm trying to speak up like that. Person relate. I want to spread that message and be able to impact as many of those people as possible, because from the words that they're saying to me, I know how difficult their life is before the gym, and then going to the gym, how positively impacted they are.
I totally agree. And I think one thing I've always been open about is my mental health. You know, it's always been a hardship for me. Yeah, with my extreme OCD and all of that. But I will say one thing, you know, there's so many support systems out there. And the gym is an excellent place to just go and be yourself. And I think it's such an admirable cause that you're, you know, being open and trying to help this stigma. Because at the end of the day, you can have good physical health, but if you don't have good mental health, you're not going to be the full, you know, the complete human being that you've been set out to be. So I truly like what you're doing with that, and I think it is it's different for the fitness industry. Unfortunately, a lot of us are focused on that ego lifting, but you know, doing more than just being a muscular dude and being able to represent something better, that's truly admirable. So definitely keep on rocking with that, Ryan, because that's gonna be needed. We need that out there. Now, finally, I gotta ask: Are you a Buffalo Bills fan?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. This is our year, bro.
You see, the Bills fans always say that, and now I'm a Cowboys fan, so I can't really necessarily hate on what you're saying. I mean, I haven't had any Bills on the podcast yet, but maybe later. Maybe we might get that guy. I mean, what do you think on Josh Allen? Do you think he's that guy, real quick?
He's that guy. He's him. How can you dislike him for his on-field performance and his off-field antics? How can you hate him?
I mean, that's fair. I think the biggest weakness for the Buffalo Bills right now is Devin Singletary. I just think if you guys get a good running game, I think it's your year. But you guys are so focused on Devin Singletary as your guy, and I mean, what has he done?
He's got that spark. If he brings that out, then the Bills can be very, very dangerous.
You guys heard it here from my guest, a Buffalo Bill fan who believes, because right now I don't believe in them until they get a running back. But Ryan, I know you are a very busy guy. So are you down for some rapid fire questions before I get you out of here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite cheat meal? And I know that's for you now. I don't know if you even like cheat meals anymore after what you've just done.
Yeah, if you asked me this a few weeks ago, I would have said cheesecake, but definitely not anymore. Honestly, probably sushi. Just some good quality sushi. Can't go wrong.
Sushi hits. I'll respect that answer. 10,000 calorie day or 20,000 calorie day?
10,000. 20,000's awful. It's a great video, but if you're gaining close to 20 pounds in a day, I don't recommend it.
You see, right now I'm preparing for my first bodybuilding show. So like right now, I feel like in my mind, 20,000 calories of just eating Cinnabons and the cookies you ate would just be marvelous. But I know deep down, there's no way I could even do maybe 10,000. So I don't know how you did 20,000, my guy, but.
No, I believe in you. If you're on prep right now, then I definitely believe you could. I've eaten 16,000 in an hour and a half before. So, yeah.
Wow. All right, then.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I've ever heard of someone doing that, but wow. If you get 1 million followers.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, guys, don't do that. I guess without consulting a doctor or a nutritionist. I don't even know how that goes. But if you get 1 million followers on Instagram, would you consider a Mike Tyson face tattoo for real?
No, 1 million followers on Instagram isn't worth that. It's permanent, right? It's not. I get that. And
oh yeah, no. This is real ink. This is real ink.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it removed like shortly thereafter. Yeah, no. 1 million followers isn't worth it. I'm gonna do more my organic growth, and we're gonna get there eventually.
Okay, I like the hard work. I like working for that 1 million followers. That's a good answer. Last 2 questions are the big ones on this show. Talk like Rocky for the rest of your life, or have to box Rocky Balboa in his prime?
Box Rocky Balboa in his prime. I'm down.
Let's go. I love it, and I know you did jiu-jitsu and boxing. So Ryan, I might have to get my gi after this, and if you want to meet up, I mean, I'm down, man.
Yeah, I'm down. It's been a minute, but we can roll around a little bit.
Hey, let's go. You heard it here, guys. Final question. Now, this is a big one. Pull-ups or chin-ups?
Pull-ups for sure. Insane back exercise.
I mean,
not even close.
It's not even close. I don't know if anyone says chin-ups and they're watching this show, please unsubscribe, find another show, because pull-ups, you're just working the whole body. You know, you're getting more of a pump. I mean, and you're working harder on those. It's got to be pull-ups. But, Ryan, it has been such an honor and privilege having you on, man. Before we go, is there anything you want to plug, where we can find you, where we can find your content? I mean, where can we find this 20,000 eating challenge?
Yeah, just look up Ryan Schmidle on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, 3 videos dropping a week. Ryan Schmidle on TikTok and Instagram. A lot of dope content coming out. Really excited announcements coming soon. So excited to share some stuff with you guys.
And I mean, guys, we're talking to the man who had 20,000 calories almost a month ago. Check that out. I mean, it may make you feel some type of way, because I didn't know. I honestly am still, I don't know what to think about that, man. I mean, 20,000 fucking calories. Good Lord. But Ryan, it's been an honor and privilege. Until next time, guys, Underdog out.
Thank you for having me on, bro.